Give us any runway in this one, or
Nope.
oh, we're just live.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just live. No runway today. It's going straight into her.
Sup, people? Welcome back to another episode of The Shit Show.
Yep.
We're your hosts, Will and
My name is Jeff. Oh, sorry. Jason.
apparently his name is Jeff, with a terrible accent. You can't even fake it until you make it, can you?
Dude, that I say my name is Jeff so much. Like it's a thing. It became a thing at work where people started calling me Jeff around work, bro. Because it's a whole thing. But yeah, I say it way too much.
My name is Dev.
When Channing Tatum did that,
Dude, it was so bad.
I don't know why. The first
It
time
was
I
the
saw the
best.
movie, that was one of the. I'm sure everybody's had those times where you like laugh and you can't breathe and you feel like like your tears are streaming down your face and you feel like you're just gonna black out. Yeah, that was one of those moments. I don't know why. I just found it so funny. Channing Tatum trying to do a Hispanic accent while they're dressing like Vatos Locos. It's like the craziest thing. I loved it. It was great.
Oh, fuck.
It was fantastic.
Whoops.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it's
Dude,
seconds. But eventually, obviously, we're gonna actually finally get these uploaded onto like a Spotify or something, where
And
it's
scripted.
more listening.
A little more scripted.
Yeah,
That'd be better.
That'll help too.
That would help a lot.
Yeah. Well, maybe we like to slip them in. They're just kind of part of our everyday.
Well, semi-scripted, like have better structure involved.
Yeah.
You know,
We should get one of those teleprompters.
because we have a
that's
tendency
clear.
to jump.
Yeah, that's true. Have you seen those teleprompters that are clear that you can't see the writing through, but on the other side you can?
Yes, I have.
That's genius.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. But I mean, I don't think we would ever need a teleprompter, because I would say that if anything, we'd probably just use like an outline that would just have certain sections of where we're supposed to be at what time.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, and then we just kind of talk from our domes from there.
Yeah. Ooh,
At least that's what I would imagine.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you.
Oh snap!
All right. So
what are we getting into tonight, dude?
tonight, well, here we'll do the question after the four. So tonight we're going to talk about the 4 key pillars of mental health and wellness: physical health, emotional health, cognitive health, and social health. And obviously what they are, and
How they all relate.
how they all relate, especially to us, because this is our show. You want to start? You want me to start?
You go ahead.
Okay. So, I don't know. I would honestly say that the physical health is probably my lowest one on that by far. I mean, as you can see, I drink stuff like this.
This is zero sugar, bro.
But dude, there's still so much stuff in here that's not good for you. I mean, there's taurine's already naturally occurring in your body for energy, so why throw a bunch more into your body?
The question is, why not?
Because your body's meant to function as is. Oh, you know what I actually just learned about the other day. God, I can't remember exactly what the terminology was, but um, human beings are always on a quest for excitement and satisfaction. So, like, you get that little bit of excitement from your phone. You get that little bit of excitement from watching TV shows, um, stuff like that. And because because people have that, there's some kind of frequency in our body that um, is like some kind of equivalency to awe and wonder, I guess you could say.
Fair.
And uh, whenever you get those little stimulations, the frequency increases. But because we are constantly giving ourselves those stimulants of mental, emotional, cognitive from so many sources, the frequencies constantly just increased, and that changes the overall base of the person. So it's basically like being desensitized to joy, wonder, and bewilderment.
Hmm.
So basically, people who meditate, who like spend like lots of time meditating and have been meditating for a very long time, um, because they are always, like searching within themselves and stuff like that, and they're not constantly trying to be fed from other sources to find stimuli, mentally or emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Their frequencies are much much lower. So when you see, but people talk about hippies and stuff like that when
Probably
they're
have really low blood pressure too.
like, yeah, probably. But you know how like
I think he's dead, Bob.
hopefully poke him with a stick.
Holy shit, he moved.
I got run.
Sorry, go ahead.
Where was I talking about?
The monk meditating.
Oh yeah, so people who meditate and have been doing it for a long time, the frequency
is
level,
lower.
yeah, it's lower. So they can actually see like a really cool tree for the first time, and their actual sense of like awe and just enjoyment from that thing is actually greater. It's on par with the frequencies that we express
Because
when we're
they're
children.
more mentally at peace.
Yes.
That's fair.
So that's why people are
That's
always talking about tree lovers and hippies and they all that kind of stuff. There's besides the drug portion of it, of course, there is something to say of it because they're at a lower level of existence and stimulation. Things can truly actually make them more moved and experience it more intensely than other people. It's not just because they're crazy or because they are on drugs. There can be times with it where they're like the double rainbow guy.
I'm not familiar. Who's the double rainbow guy?
Okay, so the double rainbow guy, the internet knows him for sure. The double rainbow guy is like a hippie hiker guy that like kind of stays up in the mountains. Like he's part of society, but that's kind of like how
I know
he
a few
lives.
people like that. Online,
Yeah.
not in person.
But yeah, so he's just kind of like a hippie-ish, naturalist, homeless-ish kind of guy, whatever.
Okay.
And he was camping, and after a rain, he took a video on his camera of two rainbows in the sky that were right next to each other that were super full. You could almost see the entire arc. And the man was, and he just, the reason that the video blew up is because he's just like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. This is like the most, I feel like this is a sign, like he's just like, this is the most beautiful thing. And he cries tears of joy from being like, this is, just the way this looks to me is magnificent.
Yeah.
And he's losing his mind on this camera, on the video. And everybody's like, this dude really likes his rainbows,
This dude's on acid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're like, dude, this guy's got to be on something. But no, because his world isn't in our world of hustle and bustle and coffees, energy drinks. I have to be working. I have to be watching TV. I have to have social medias. I have to do my makeup. Anything that that's gratification. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of those different stimuli from an external source. They don't have as much of that. So that base level just actually lets them truly be more connected and enjoy things more. And I think in turn that makes them be able to be happier than other people.
I feel like that's an interesting thought. I wouldn't know how to do any of that if I'm being honest. I don't think I'm calm enough to do shit like that.
To be honest with you, I honestly kind of really relate with this because
I love being in nature, though. I will say that.
Yeah,
that shit is
same.
my happy place.
Same.
Like when I went to Mount Charleston with Dave like a month ago, dude. Like I was so stressed out that week.
Oh, he was in the woods alone.
Oh, we
in
were
a cabin
alone.
with a man.
Oh, we were alone. No, but it was funny because he.
If the cabin's a knocking, don't come a chopping.
Well, no, because he had plans with someone else, but they ditched him. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to come up? I have this fucking cabin." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Are you shitting me? I didn't even know they had cabins at Mount Charleston."
Really?
Yeah, had no idea.
Last time I rented a cabin up there for a weekend, it was many, many years ago. It was nice, but it was
super
nothing
nice.
like what I saw from you.
Yeah, right. Well, that's because that one was one of their renovated ones.
Oh, after the fire?
I mean, no, the fire was for the hotel, I think.
Uh, so we
Or
stayed
maybe
at
it wasn't. I don't remember.
So yeah, the lodge, there's cabins right next to it. There's rows of Well, there was.
No, no, no. I can confirm by.
Those are the ones I stayed in.
Okay. Well, where I went, it's like probably another 7 miles past the hotel. You just keep going down Kyle Canyon until you eventually are forced to turn back up the mountain. It's still Kyle Canyon Road. It just bends around and goes up. And then when you get to the end of that street is when the cabins are right there on the left. And it was, I pulled up and I was like, dude, this is dope. What the hell?
Where did you get it through?
I think he just got it straight off the website. Dude, if you look them up, they're like $117 like every day.
Yeah, I know. Sarah and I
The only days they charge more on is Saturday. Saturdays or holidays, they typically charge like $200. But either way, that's still to me like a pretty good friggin' deal. Probably gonna do some snowboarding trips this winter.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down.
So I can just go to fucking rent a cabin for a couple nights, go to Lee Canyon during the day, snowboard.
I was thinking about staying out there and doing some bone hunting, because they go out and find like not necessarily coyote trails, because those are usually real small bones, but like where you can find where like deer have been killed by like mountain lions or whatever, that kind of stuff. You can usually find a treasure trove of bones.
Oh, that's wild.
I don't know if I showed you that.
Well, a lot of the
that
hiking
bag.
trails are still like shut down from the flood last year.
Should I bring my bag of bones in here?
No. No, we're talking about mental health.
Yeah, sorry. That's
Anyway.
definitely not going to be a good look. Men's mental health. Here's my bag of bones.
Anyway, my point was,
yeah, they haven't been washed and bleached yet.
Going up there, it was just so like I had so much stress. Like I didn't think like being there for a night was gonna relieve as much stress as it did, and it was just like I woke up like refreshed.
Yeah,
I was hungover as hell, but refreshed.
And it's not just because
mentally.
You're off and not doing anything, because you have weekends that you're just like, cool. I'm not going to do anything for
But
the whole
sitting
weekend.
there, because me and Dave, we just sat on the fucking balcony drinking beer after beer, just talking, fucking stared at the stars, because there's no lights up there.
Yeah.
There ain't no lights up there, but you could see every star in the sky. It was so beautiful. And then when the sun came up in the morning, that skyline hitting the mountain, dude.
See, and imagine if you could feel like that more often with everyday, more mundane things, because you were at.
I mean, I can't
center.
be away from the city like that for too long. Like, I was still very excited to come back for football Sunday because it was the first week of football. So, that was like 6 weeks ago now. Damn.
Honestly,
now I'm thinking about it.
If I could have internet,
because we're heading into week 6 now in football.
Already?
Yep.
Damn.
Vikings are undefeated.
Yeah. I still haven't watched since we lost Bridgewater. So. I know.
Jesus.
It's been a long time.
Bro, that dude don't even play no more.
I know. He's not probably in a fucking wheelchair and shit by now, but no, Teddy was young, but yeah. Yeah, I'm still a Vikings fan. I just haven't really been too into it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, currently Sam Darnold is the quarterback because the guy that they drafted tore his ACL in preseason.
And apparently they're kicking tits with him, though, right?
Dude, he's like he's reviving his career completely. Like, it's crazy to watch. I'm like, dude, who the hell is this? This is the guy that I saw coming out of USC before he went to the Jets. And then the Jets were like, this guy sucks.
I'm not that kind of guy's guy. I have no idea any of the stuff he's telling me right now.
Well, USC was the college that he played for.
Well, I mean, I know that's a college, so I assumed that was probably who he played for, or maybe a rival. It's one of the two options.
He was.
Otherwise,
he was very good in college, and when he went to the Jets, they had high expectations, and It's just like it was very obvious. Just the pressure got to him big time, and that was when the Patriots were still elite and had Tom Brady. So, like, I think he's like a 6-year veteran now in the league. I want to say that was 6 years ago. I'm still kind of in shock from that. But anyway,
Yeah, Travis Kelsey's brother's gonna be a coach too.
what? Jason Kelsey just retired from the NFL last year.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a coach.
Where?
I don't remember.
Right now he does a podcast with Travis.
Dude, I swear to God, I saw a news article.
Him and Travis Kelsey do a podcast, dude. I don't know where he would coach. He loves Philly. I don't see him. I don't know. It's hard for me to see him going anywhere. However, the Patriots are going to start Drake May on Sunday, and I'm really excited for that.
So the Eagles offered him a fucking spot on the office team.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take it? Wait, is there someone in the... Hey! Hot Pockets. Who is Hot Pockets? I can't tell who it is.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. Papa Kelsey asks Jason Kelsey to turn down Eagles coaching job.
Hi. Who is Hot Pockets?
I don't know, but I love Hot Pockets.
She knows you, but she's referred to you by your last name. I think it's a she. I might be mistaken. I can barely see this picture. Yeah, I don't know. Hi. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, well, yeah, hello. Welcome, thanks for watching. Can't really tell from the small picture, but yeah, much appreciated. Like and subscribe.
Anyway.
Yeah, we totally got off the mental health and went on football.
Yeah, sorry. I do that. But anyway, that is part of my mental health, okay? You gotta have structure in your life.
That makes sense.
As you can tell, I'm very into it.
But yeah, so...
Also, I won $500 last night on the Niners.
Oh, God. I'm not going to get into gambling. I feel like that's bad. But yes. With the pillar of, physical health, I'm definitely not good with that. I drink too much Coke. I vape. I am a cannabis consumer.
Okay, cannabis is not fucking bad for you, though.
You're still smoking, though. No matter what, no matter what, it's something being burned and put into your lungs. No matter how you slice it, at least to some degree, that portion itself is not going to be good for you.
Yeah, probably not. But show me the test studies that say that it'll give you cancer. Or show me the test studies that'll show it gives you COPD. Is there any?
I just don't want emphysema or none of that shit.
Not that I'm aware of.
You never know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they're
COPD and emphysema are essentially the same thing.
But they're not just now starting to really
Similar.
be able to do stuff with it. Now it's going to be reclassified. They're going to be able to start studying it in labs and having more experiments and etc.
I mean, shit, dude. Willie Nelson, motherfucker's still smoking weed, and he's like 90 years old.
I know, and he does not sound like RFK.
I'm just saying.
See, this is a good pillar for you though, because you actually are super, super good about fucking that. You work out constantly, and you actually
not constantly.
Well, not constantly,
I just make sure to do it a few days a week. But in the last 2 weeks, because my schedule's been so crazy, I haven't been since last Monday. So
that's constantly to me. I'll go.
But I already have a plan to go tomorrow morning, so that's. I'm going tomorrow morning.
I feel like that's.
I just gotta stay up on it.
That's a big. That's a big. Portion of mental health that people
it gets
forget.
a lot of aggression out. Helps you get your stress out. Like I love to run, also because
any built up cortisol helps get all that out.
Mm-hmm. And you feel the difference 100%. And I feel like I'm just holding on to extra stress from last week and this week just because that I haven't gone to the gym, so I haven't really had my outlet available.
Yeah.
And I've been sitting a lot more, so I haven't been walking as much. And like I usually average like 12,000 steps a day, and that's gone down to like 7,000 steps a day. And I'm like, okay, this is not great. That's too dramatic of a drop. But
I probably,
dude, you know what I didn't know?
Close.
I went to the doctor earlier this week, and apparently I'm almost 220 pounds.
Good or bad?
That's fucking great, dude. The last time I was 220, I didn't look like this.
That's true. Well, actually, I can't say that because it's not like I'm like, hey, what is your current weight?
That's fair.
And even if
I
you
thought I was like 205, 200 pounds, something like that. You know what I mean?
even if
I
you
didn't
told me
realize
your
I had
weight, I wouldn't
bulked.
remember.
I bulked.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Are you still doing lean dog?
No, I can't afford them because they were only covering me for the contest.
I thought that since you were a trainer there, that you got to.
I'm not a trainer there
You're not an on-call trainer anymore. That's
anymore. No, they haven't called me in months, dude. And from what I can understand, they're struggling. That's just from what I understand.
Makes sense.
I hope they figure it out because they're a great gym. Honestly, I can't afford them. Period.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Those small bougie gyms that get super high-tech equipment that have to charge those exorbitant prices.
I mean,
feel like
honestly,
they're meant for failure.
based on what I know, they have to charge higher just because of the deal they locked themselves in financially. But from what it could be cheaper. They could go for volume and figure out a way to fit more appointments in per hour.
Yeah.
You know, without like killing themselves on staffing or labor. But I don't know the ins and outs, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what that would look like. Honestly, I've come up with structures for them. I've come up with pricing plans for them, but they just politely said we got this. So I was like, all right.
Evidence
What do
says
I know?
otherwise.
I mean, shit. I ran 3 valet departments during COVID, and they were profitable somehow. So I think I know what I'm doing from a business perspective.
I mean,
I didn't know what the hell I was doing in valet.
yeah, but Vegas is Vegas. It was going to bring people fucking no matter what.
Dude, you do realize it like valet is like 60% comp because of players cards. And somehow, some way, I was still profiting. Like the VP was like, "Oh, you're doing great. Keep up the good work." Then I asked my boss about a raise, and he was like, "Ha, that's not happening for anybody." So it wasn't just like a Caesar sucked. My boss was like the only thing I loved about that place. Well, aside from the people too, I did love working with a lot of the people that I worked with there, but that's beyond the point. Overall, it was not a situation that worked for me, and plus, my at-home life was completely falling apart. So,
Yeah,
had to leave it. Had to leave it. Start over.
Pretty big.
Start anew.
So,
And I'm in a much better place now than I've ever been. But yeah, it did start with the physical journey for sure. Started by me going to Lean Dog, getting a job there, working out a few days a week, and then a few days for like a year and a half turned into me working out as often as possible for a few months. And then when I had to start working and going to school, that's when I had to cut it back to like 2-3 days a week. So, and then in the last 2 weeks, I have gone once. So it's like, you're going to have ebbs and flows with life. You just got to try to be consistent with it, But I'd already done all the hard work to get myself where I am right now, which was get myself out of really bad shape to the point that I thought I was probably going to be dead by 40 because of the way my physical health was declining.
You were never that
Yeah, dude, I had a lot of breathing problems. I had a lot of issues that I never told anyone about because I didn't have insurance, so I couldn't go to the doctor about it.
Yeah, but I feel like some of that's also definitely genetic because obviously your dad had to be on the CPAP.
He had COPD from smoking cigarettes, dude. My dad didn't have any other conditions.
Well, yeah, but that gets passed down just because it's the first generation. You know that
COPD doesn't get passed down. That's not a genetic thing.
I'm saying a predisposition for diseases that include respiratory issues.
Oh.
Because
okay.
So whenever an alcoholic, their child is going to be more predisposition to be an alcoholic and to get liver fucking disease and liver failure.
Well, honestly, all my siblings could probably agree with me on this. Watching him do that to himself made us not want to do that.
So that's good.
So, yeah, I drink and I can get crazy at times, but I definitely don't drink the way that guy did. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how the hell he functioned like that every day. he would get you used to see him, dude. He would get stupid drunk, and somehow the motherfucker would wake up and go to work like a machine.
Yeah,
I can't do that, bro.
well,
I drink 4 friggin'
Okay, that's no.
I drink like 4 Trulies, and I'm like,
Okay,
I have a headache, and I'm like, ugh.
now. He's talking about now. I've seen you get blackout drunk a lot, even if you never intend to.
In my life,
Well,
through
yeah.
the span of my lifetime, I could say the same about you, bro. Don't even.
Not really. Not, dude. Nowhere. You can
Bro,
ask
we
any
used
one
to
of our
get
friends.
trashed at my house. Don't
Yeah,
even.
And I would never black out.
I
A
only
few
blacked out
times I
like
did.
twice. One of those nights, I fucking burned my leg. So yeah, I blacked out from the injury.
No, you blacked out before that because you were fucking slamming that entire
No, I
bottle
didn't
of
black
Jaeger.
out before.
I'm pretty sure you
Then
did.
how the hell do I remember the entire incident happening so vividly?
Because
I
this thing
remembered everything
called
that led up to it,
adrenaline.
and during it, and then after it.
Well, we told you not to get in. It was already burnt
I
halfway
know
through.
I was drunk and not giving a fuck and not listening to anyone, and I was a dumb 17-year-old kid.
That's what I'm saying. There was nobody piloting your brain at that moment.
What?
There's no. You were on autopilot. There was no one home.
No, I just wasn't caring to listen because I was drunk and didn't give a shit, and I wanted to walk through the fire because I thought it was cool and funny
Sure.
for some stupid reason.
Okay.
But no, I didn't black out till after, well after, like probably a good hour after.
I don't know.
Because I remember Autumn took me into the kitchen, helped me clean it up,
Yeah, but how many times?
came back outside.
Think about how many times your face got drawn on. How
And
many
that one
times
chick-
my face get drawn on.
That one chick whose name begins with an M, I can't remember. It was Denise's friend.
Who the hell is Denise?
Kozar. I know you
Yeah.
remember her. Like, don't even act like it.
I remember her because that's the one that.
She's the one who brought her friend over.
Oh, she dated Jimmy.
Shh. I don't know who Jimmy is. Who's Jimmy?
Black Jimmy.
I want to say yes.
The one we used to hang out with at the park all the time. I'm trying to remember his last name.
Jimmy Turner.
Turner. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I think they did date actually. You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm remembering
Dude,
the
I
right
haven't
person.
even thought of. I haven't seen that guy in forever.
I talked to him a couple years ago after he got out.
Oh, he's out?
Yeah,
Fucking good for him,
and
man.
he was actually doing good.
Love that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
I always thought he was such a good guy.
I did too. I loved him and his dad. His freaking
Dude, his dad was fucking awesome.
his dad was
Loved
awesome.
his dad, bro.
Dude. Oh my god.
But hey,
I'm
hold on.
Weren't you there? Wait, weren't you there the night that my dad showed up to Jimmy's house?
No?
Oh my god,
At
bro!
least I don't remember.
Because you remember Jimmy's dad let us have a couple brewskis. We were in the garage having some beers, and my dad showed up.
I remember this now.
I was. It was.
Oh my god!
How we were able to slide and hide and just, dude, I don't know how the hell I was not pinned up right there on the spot.
I'm getting anxiety from remembering.
Right?
It.
My
Oh
hands are
God.
sweaty right now. Oh my god.
Oh god, we did some dumb shit back then.
We gotta check the podcast because Dad could definitely be in here right now.
Like he doesn't know.
Dude, he had no idea. If he would have known that right then and there, he would have fucking beat Jimmy's dad to death and probably beat me close to death.
Maybe.
It was alcohol. You know how my dad is with alcohol. Yeah.
I don't know. When you told him everything that you've done, like, I was pretty shocked with how, like,
Oh, not everything.
well,
So
dude, even as much as you did tell him,
I know. Yeah, I was very.
I'm still
surprised.
shocked. He was just like, oh, okay.
I know.
Yeah, you're a kid.
Dude,
Like,
the cigarettes thing. Was,
it's like after all that time we spent hiding shit from him. All that time.
I know.
And I was like the only friend he was okay with smoking cigarettes.
The cigarettes was definitely the scariest. Fucking telling him finally that I smoked. I don't know why that was the scariest thing on the fucking planet to me.
I don't know.
I think it's because when I was growing up, he was always like, "You better not fucking start this shit." I was like, "I'm not gonna."
See, my parents said
And
the
then-
same shit to me.
Bam, bam, here I am.
Shit, my dad knew I was drinking at age 14, 15.
Dude, my
Shit,
grandma
he
knew.
gave me my first beer.
My grandma used to tell my dad, "He's out drinking." My dad's like, "No." And my grandma would be like, no, he's out drinking. I'm telling you. He's coming home and immediately going in the shower. And she and I have talked about this, dude. She and I have talked about this. She's like, I knew it. And I was like, I know you knew. You were fucking my mortal enemy, Grandma. It's like she was on a constant, like I'm a master criminal,
Oh
and
my
she's the
God,
detective
dude.
that's always trying to catch me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get that.
oh my
That's
God.
so funny.
Yeah, sorry. As you're trying to, as you're saying.
Anyway, yeah. So the last thing that I remember was like an hour after the injury that happened, and I looked at that girl. I forgot her full. I think it's Michaela. I want to say, or something like that. Whatever. And I was like, "Man, this shit hurts like hell." And she was like, "Sounds like you haven't drank enough." And I was like, "I think you're right." Or actually, I think it was Presley.
That sounds like Presley.
Yeah, I think it was Presley actually.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, sounds like you haven't drank enough." And I was like, "I think you're right." And then I chugged that beer, and that's the last thing I remember. But I remember everything leading up to that, dude. I was saying I was the king of fire, walking through it. Yeah, I remembered all that. Okay, I had not blacked out yet. It may have seemed that way. That is not the case.
Well, because you had headbutted the metal gate before that.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I remember.
Okay. Literal metal bars.
Jason, I was unstable, okay? I was not stable as a teenager. And I think that's very recognizable from anyone that knew me.
I mean...
But also think about how hardcore I was bullied. And the one moment that I felt like a goddamn king was when I had those parties at my house.
Yeah. But why your fucking head? You always headbutted shit.
I don't know.
Walls? Dude,
I destroyed that wall in the backyard, remember? Like the fucking stucco wall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
right behind the garage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know why. I have no reason. I think back on it now and I'm like, I was really dumb back then. I was just really dumb.
No, I don't think you were
I don't
really
even
dumb.
do that anymore.
But
like,
see,
at all.
But see, I think that... But I feel like that's a huge part of like what we're talking about. Is because I feel like that was...
I had no outlet.
Because...
I was so angry all the time.
And we were kids. So what all...
Because I just wanted to be nice to everybody, but no one wanted to be fucking nice.
But alcohol's a depressant.
Yeah.
And so you're a child, and you're,
And I was insecure as hell. Super fucking insecure.
But that's what I'm saying, is you do all this fucking drinking, and then that just exacerbates everything, and everything that you can't release just comes out. And I feel like that's why you'd have, like, the outbursts, or, where those things that would happen, is because you were young and experiencing a shit ton of changes and emotions all the time with no outlet. So that way, as soon as you started putting that alcohol into your system, it's a depressant, an inebriator, everything just exploded, and that's why that shit would happen. It was like pressurizing a water gun.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly it. But I don't do drinking like that anymore.
And that comes down to one of our other pillars, cognitive health. So, like, your actual, like, cognitive abilities and shit, it's crazy how much alcohol actually plays into that kind of stuff. Because, I don't know, recently, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut back drinking a lot, because it's not the same kind of fun as it was. Maybe it's because I'll drink 2 or 3 times a week, maybe. But I'm like, I'm gonna cut back on drinking. It's not as fun as it used to be, and then I feel like shit afterwards, and blah, blah, blah. And I've noticed a slight change in my overall, like, mental computation. It's like, because I'm
Your brain works differently when you're not constantly fighting a hangover.
Well, that's the thing. That I always thought, like, maybe the day afterwards, or 1 or 2 days afterwards, it could slow you down a little bit. So if you're drinking once or twice a week.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
no, it mentally slows you down way more than people even realize.
Yeah, drastic. It's
like, that's why I'm actually way better at cutting myself off now. But, like, don't get me wrong. There are still nights where I just want to let loose. Like, I'm just like, I need this shit.
I know.
But
that was
I'm
month
sure.
ago.
I know. And I know you noticed. It wasn't the same as what it used to be.
Yeah. I know.
I handle drinking way differently now.
You just went to CP's.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
You didn't fucking break anybody or anything.
I didn't get mad.
Yeah.
Just
Didn't cry.
that's not how I am when I'm drunk anymore. I mean, shit. I will admit that happened to me at Lee Canyon once or twice, but I was so miserable up there.
Yeah.
So miserable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was in high anxiety. Oh my god, I hated life.
And see, it was the same thing for me because everything with the business. That was why I was wanting to drink so much, and why I was drinking
Dude,
2 or 3 times a week.
Dude, I'd get off work and I'd go to the friggin' bar upstairs, Bristlecone, and just get blasted.
Yeah, I know.
Every time, and then I'd go clean.
God, we'd freaking take up a cooler. We'd have the tall cans of Trulies.
I mean, we'd keep them in the car, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, we'd keep them in the car, but still.
yeah, we didn't want to have anything under fucking camera and make them think we're stealing alcohol.
But just because we're like, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around us. Who cares? But that's still not fucking a good thought process.
No, it's a horrible thought process, especially knowing that you have to drive back down the fucking mountain, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I scared myself driving down that mountain.
Well, my thing.
But I got so used to it driving up there fucking 5-6 days a week, like
yeah.
like it basically felt like half my life was driving.
That's why
And
I
I
like to
hated
try and
that.
pound everything as soon as I got there, just because it's just 1 or 2 Trulies.
Yeah.
So that way I can get a good quick buzz and then start cleaning and then clean off that buzz. You know what I'm saying? Like once I was done.
Yeah,
working,
that's how I utilized the cleaning. I'd get
Yeah.
drunk and then I'd clean like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that helped sober me up. So I never,
Yeah.
I didn't have any like buzzies or anything like that still going. I'd usually leave the mountain like feeling completely sober.
and the fucking then I'd utilize the cold too.
Yeah.
That shit would wake you up like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's real brisky up here, baby.
Or if we saw a fucking
Dude, I
mountain
still can't
lion,
believe.
bear.
Dude, I still can't. There's only one mountain lion up there.
It's only the one.
It's only the one.
Weird.
Yeah. Apparently all the other ones are gone.
That's
From what I was
sad.
told by a dude that's like been up there for like 20 something years. They're not, they weren't like hunted or anything like that. They're just not in that area anymore.
Yeah, because
Which I
people-
mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a ski resort. Like you don't really want mountain lions roaming around the ski resort when people are trying to ski and snowboard. You know?
if they get eaten, fuck it.
Anyways,
I believe that's a reality people should really start trying to adapt. Is if you are within an animal's natural territory and area, if something happens, stop killing the animal. Like one of these dumbass people are going to all these national parks.
I mean, I ain't
and-
gonna go out of my
Oh,
way to
let me
like
go
mess
check-
with an animal.
Well, you don't even necessarily have to.
But if I'm getting attacked and I have the opportunity to kill it, I'm probably gonna kill it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's different because you're defending your life.
Yeah.
But if a bear does something, or you know what I'm saying, like,
Shit, I'm running if I see a bear. I'm like, bro, peace. Like,
Yeah. but that's what I'm saying. If a bear comes into a town and kills a dog, often the authorities will potentially fucking kill the bear. And they're like, okay, well, you built your town in his habitat.
It's like, was the dog's life more valuable than the bear's? I feel like is the real question there.
I miss you too, Pops. Whole bunch.
Hey, Pops.
Thanks for joining.
Don't rewind.
Yeah. Do not go back. um,
Oh,
Man.
good.
crazy.
Yeah, which son is he talking about? Me or you? No.
Me, motherfucker.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I am his adopted son, though.
Yeah, cognitive health is definitely a major thing. I try to. That's why now now I'm just gonna drink at like occasions. Like we had our party. I drank then, but I haven't drank since then. So
I drink like a few nights a week, honestly.
that's what I was doing, and it's crazy. Still, even the mass difference from just from that to
I know.
maybe
Thought about going
once a
back.
month.
Thought about going back to weed. Thought about it. I've been playing around with it lately.
Yeah.
Like I didn't drink last weekend, and I smoked with Ty a few nights in a row, and I was like, "This is way better." Without the drinking, it's
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah, just smoke, don't drink.
Yeah.
It definitely is much better.
Ugh, it's just my tolerance is still so low. What's going on?
Text it to me.
What's going on?
Dad said he got some heartbreaking news tonight, and I don't want to know. I mean, I want to know, but obviously I don't want to have it on air. God, hopefully it's not too bad.
What?
Sorry, Pop. Hopefully everything's all right. Oh, damn. Is it not? I mean, if it's nothing like too crazy family personal wise, you can put it in the chat. But otherwise, yeah, you should probably text that to me. This is my actual father. For anyone else who's in here watching.
I don't know how to feel about this statement right now.
I know. Um. Yeah. So emotional health. That's that's definitely our strong suit. That's one of the other pillars.
Yeah. I mean, I deal with my emotions dramatically better than I ever have now.
Same.
But like I said, I feel like I've done so much work to just really instill the confidence that I should have always had in myself. I know how fucking smart I am. I know I'm capable of so much more than I ever thought. You know, I literally used to think I was dumb
Me too.
because everyone else made me feel like I was. Like, seriously. And what honestly opened my eyes to that was being an EMT. At least the start.
You don't worry. It's not no one or nothing you would know.
Okay.
But holy shit! Man.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just somebody we know, friend of ours.
Oh,
So
sorry.
like it's not like a family thing, luckily, but
Oh, sorry to hear that.
yeah, dang. So I'll tell you about it obviously after the show.
But
Thanks for letting me know, Pop. Fuck. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, it's kind of on topic, emotional health.
Yeah. When I was an EMT was when I realized that I was mentally capable of more. Because I was put in situations that I didn't know if I could do it or not. And I did. I revived people. Shit was crazy. That is a crazy experience when you see the life leave someone and then you do something and it comes back. Like they're just alive again all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Shit is weird. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't want to ever be in that position.
And then moving up to management. No idea what I was doing. I learned. I figured it out. And, I just kept going up the damn ladder. And every time I went up the ladder, I had no idea what I was doing, but I figured it out. Every single time. And that's what told me I could run a business. And that's why I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
But obviously, I couldn't deal with that stress as well as being financially stressed. I couldn't do it. I was giving so much that I wasn't getting enough back from it. And it's not that I didn't think it would be worth it in the end. I just didn't think it'd be worth it long term.
Yeah, because the journey wasn't worth it.
No,
And
it wasn't. What I had gone through, even with all the things that I was still dealing with, like, no, I wasn't. I needed to bring myself to a peaceful point. And I feel like I'm finally in that place. Like, do I still have stress all the time? All the time from my job, from school. But I still make time for my family every week. I still make time for my friends every week.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most balance I've ever had my entire adult life. And I make time for the gym. It's been inconsistent as of late, but I'm still going. I ain't stopped.
See, that's
I miss the gym. Like, I actually feel weird not going to the gym. But it's because I recognize I'm not in a place that I'm going to be happy in the gym right now. Like, if I go to the gym right now, I'm going to be really low energy. I'm not going to be able to lift as much. And that is a shitty feeling for people that are serious about going to the gym. They know what that feels like. It sucks.
That's also the hard part, too. You have to be able to get the motivation to actually do that stuff to be able to stay dedicated to it. Because, I feel like once I've started something, it's easier to stay dedicated to it because you're like, I've already fucking started.
The trick is to get past the 3-month mark when it comes to working out. You set a regimen for yourself. Start off 2 days a week. And over time, if you're someone that loves physical stimulation, like me, because I was always an athlete, dude. Like I love sports. Like I always loved playing sports. I didn't actually start getting interested in watching sports until I turned 18.
Yeah.
Well, I would say 16. But still, the point remains, like, physical stimulation is something that definitely helps me a lot. And I feel like in the last couple of years, I've kind of just brought all that together. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm happy right now.
What do you mean the light is leaving you? My dad said the light is leaving me. Not sure what you mean by that, Padre.
Pop, did you get into LSD tonight? No.
God, could you imagine if somebody accidentally microdosed my dad? Dude.
Oh, they'd be dead.
If
We have if your dad found out who it was, they'd be dead, bro.
Are you on the pod on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just you being dad now.
Hey, Pop.
Yeah, I can't imagine what he would be like if somebody dosed him. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because he's like me. He has to be, in control of all of his cognitive functions at all time, be able to assess and be aware.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm happier than I ever remember being.
See, I feel like I could probably do the gym thing if I did get some kind of stimulation from it.
Yeah, me, like, I lift weights and I feel
great. Yeah, see, I don't get that. I never have.
Yeah, there's just something about, I don't know, man. Because I feel like I stopped playing sports because I kept getting injured to the point where I needed surgical intervention. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing sports. Because you remember, I used to play flag football adamantly. Just because it was great to do once a week. And it actually kept me in decent shape just doing that once a week because I was running hard the whole damn time.
I played with you one time. That was fucking exhausting.
It's fun, though.
It was fun.
It was fun. I honestly, I kind of want to do it again, but I just don't have the time anymore. I have too many things on my plate.
I'd have to legit go running for like a week or 2 weeks beforehand just to be able to be like, now I can possibly do this.
I'm honestly a little afraid about tomorrow because I know I'm going to run my mile or 2 miles like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week and it's been 10 days since I've ran, dude. Like, that's a big difference.
Nope.
It's going to hurt my lungs, and I know it, but it's going to feel good.
Yeah. See, that's what I need, something like that. Because everything I like is something external. You know what I mean? Like, I get that same kind of like, oh god, I love this from Speed. Obviously not the drug. Like when you're going fast. I guess it's adrenaline, so it's still a drug. I don't know, just like when you're on a bike. You know what I mean? Like when you're
snowboarding down a hill.
Oh yeah, or when you're snowboarding.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I felt so unsafe, and at the same time, I was like, "This is awesome!"
Yeah, and that's one of the so that's also one of the things that I'm psycho because I enjoy crashing because it's the only place where you can have such a fucked up, violent crash and still usually be pretty okay unless it's super melt packed, like where it melts and packs down.
At the bottom of the slopes, it is not soft unless it's a powder day.
Well, yeah, not the bottom, but as you're going.
Well, yeah, on the mountain, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fun as hell. I used to crash all the time.
Yeah, flipping ass over end. You know what I mean?
Not gonna lie, my ass hurt so many times last winter.
What was his name?
But I'm still beginner. Let's see, Ponderosa, Sherwood.
Just naming off businesses up there.
No, it's the names of the slopes.
Oh, gotcha.
Couple times on Bunny.
I love that shit. It's so much fun.
That Bunny Hill is terrible, though.
Yo, I cannot.
It's very flat.
I tried to ski. I cannot ski for the life of me, but my dad can ski.
No shit.
My dad can, like...
I mean, I'm not surprised, honestly.
Ski, though. Not like, Oh, this is fun. My dad's like, motherfucker.
Well, hey, either way, we gotta definitely do some trips up there this winter.
Yeah, I'm so down.
I have been so excited
If we ever get winter.
because I have my own full gear.
I lost my Burton board. I have no idea where it is. So
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
have anything anymore.
I mean,
Oh, I have
they
goggles.
rentals.
I know.
You can get rentals.
I know.
It's not a big deal.
It's just so much extra work. Then you gotta go get them, sign all paperwork for it. Fucking, once you're done skiing, then you got.
No, it's all online now.
Oh, I haven't been up in years.
Well, you just go to the Lee Canyon website. You can literally just purchase it and reserve it for whatever day you plan on going.
Yo, I don't know if.
And it gives
what
you like a
this is.
check-in time or whatever.
But I wanted to mention on the podcast in case somehow anybody sees this. So there, I was watching this TikTok from the North Carolina stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, my sister lives there.
Does she?
Yeah, she was showing me. She sent some pictures of
Mhm.
things that had happened. Like there was a highway where like half the road just like fell into the freaking gorge,
Damn.
and I was like, "The fuck, like, dude." I was like, "How y'all surviving up there?"
So, but that's the thing is.
Reminded me of Japanese sinkholes and shit. Like,
So there's a bunch of weird shit going on with like trying to get help. Like they're turning away people that have their own helicopters and trucks and shit to come help. And
why?
I don't know. And there's not people posting up health relief jobs to bring in giant generators. Like there's like the truckers that usually bring in relief equipment that like chase storms and
Fuck.
shit. Yeah, the truckers are like, dude, there's no jobs to bring in any emergency generators, emergency shelters, blah blah blah. So North Carolina.
What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, that's what the whole thing is. But the video I want to talk about is so they have a relief station where they're divvying up pallets of food and stuff like that to start dispersing.
George Bush hates black people.
Kanye!
I don't know why, but that just came right in my.
I,
When you said that, they were like, they're not helping them.
dude, to ever save some of the shit that he says is just insane.
I don't know, man. He's just out there, bro.
But yeah, anyways, so there's millions of people that have no power, no water, nothing, and no fucking internet,
Thankfully, my sister's
cell
fine.
service.
From what she tells us, I'm pretty sure she would have said something by now if there was some serious shit going down.
But she might not be in the same area because it's like the
Yeah.
super far west portion.
Well, she's out in like the countryside.
Basically, it's the size of Bolivia, the area that's completely without power, and there's like
That's wild.
there's thousands of small towns. There's people that are just stranded, all this stuff. Anyways, so there's a station set up where people are doing the drop off so they can disperse food and supplies via helicopter, snowmobiles. People are hiking 12 miles just to get people supplies, shit like that. And it's a no-fly. Right now they have it as a no-fly zone, so they can. It's restricted, so they can have the air people come in, pick up the supplies, go drop it to the places, etc. So over the drop-off spot's a no-fly zone. It's exclusively so helicopters can come pick up the supplies and drop it off to people. This military helicopter with 0 markings on it comes and starts circling around the center, like they're gonna land, and then they do a drop down, and then they fucking and then they blow away all the supplies with their rudders. So like the helicopter gets low enough so that when it thrusts up, it does that burst of air and shoots everything everywhere and just destroyed all these supplies that are supposed to be going to victims.
The fuck?
Yeah, and
there's a video of this?
and there's a video of it, and they actually zoomed in on when they got to their lowest point, and you can see the pilot, and it looks like he's wearing a military uniform with a fucking mask. He's got a military mask on his face, like a gas mask.
Well, I know that certain altitudes they require them to wear that now.
But yeah, he was low. He was low enough that they could zoom in on their camera on their phone to see that it's a guy looking out of the window of the helicopter in a gas mask.
That's fucked up.
And
why the hell did they do that?
but that's the
Is
thing.
there any opinions on this or conspiracies?
Yeah.
What's the conspiracy? The most realistic one.
The most realistic one is fucking too realistic that I honestly I really believe it's the case. So that area of North Carolina is over the largest and purest deposit of lithium on the planet. And there is a company that's been trying to get the rights to mine there to make the world's third largest lithium mine.
Well, let me guess. The town won't let them do it.
It's not just one town. There's like multiple towns
Because it would basically upend the towns and
Correct.
cause a lot of pollution, most likely.
Correct.
And, yeah.
And then because
I know West Virginia was dealing with issues like that.
Because right next to it too, there's another one of the world's fucking largest and purest deposits of pure quartz, which is used for microchips and all basically AI computers, microchips. Yeah, it's used in all the different technological systems for military defense and everything.
So they just want people to abandon the town, basically, or abandon the area. Essentially,
I'm pretty sure because if they can get access to both of those mines, it'll be.
I mean, look what they did to Hawaii, bro.
Dude, they said it's a $530 billion.
Like I still call total bullshit on Maui.
Yo, I don't.
100%. And I'm surprised it's so silent now.
Have you seen the magnification theory?
The what?
So you can order sunlight on your phone.
What the fuck does that mean? Order sunlight.
Order sunlight on your phone. You fucking boop, 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 boop. Put in your order for sunlight. They have satellites that are specifically designed with mirrors and everything to
reflect light
to take sunlight and reflect it to where you want it to. And if you do it to with certain angles, you can turn it to focus into one specific spot, like a magnifying glass and an ant on a super scale. So literally they could take a satellite, flip its panels halfway, rotate it, get it aimed at the target, flip the panels back for 2 seconds, and flip it back. In those 2 seconds, it'll capture enough sunlight and magnify it on a small enough spot that it will instantaneously combust that spot and start a fire.
Yeah, actually, I did hear about that, but I was told it was a laser. To shoot a single laser at something.
Well, so that also could be true because we definitely have the lasers. And
no, yeah.
Did you see I think it was last year. Everybody was freaking out because the fucking lasers were appearing out of nowhere in the sky above Hawaii. And guess what it was? Chinese spy satellites. The conditions were right to where it would actually catch but they were scanning. They were taking like laser scans of U.S. territories, and something happened with like fog or whatever to where it was able to catch some of the light to where you could actually see it. And yeah, that's what was happening. It was fucking from a Chinese satellite.
I don't even know what to say about that.
So,
anyway, we should get back on the topic of mental health.
Yeah. And then,
so
our very last pillar before we finish today's pod, social health, which we already kind of talked about in your last one.
Yeah.
That you've been able to make time for friends now.
Make time for friends, and I'm back on dating.
Yeah, back on dating. That's good. That's
just one.
Oh yeah, obviously, but that's definitely good for social. You know what I mean? Because that's human nature. You know what I mean? Like to be attracted to the opposite sex, or just not necessarily.
Just, no, honestly, it's more. To me, it's more like a desire for companionship, but not willing to sacrifice anything that makes me happy in that process.
It's good.
Honestly, I found that.
That's good. But social, I mean, I don't know. For me, it's hard to kind of quantify because I wouldn't say I necessarily have the best social, but that's what works for me. You know what I mean? Like, I got rid of my Facebook, and I still kind of keep in contact with people on Instagram. You're the only friend I like see regularly,
That's because I'm
in
me.
person.
It's because I'm me.
Yeah.
I
But like, but that's not like that's detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually people are supposed to have like a friend group or multiple people that they see on a regular basis and do stuff with or whatever to socialize. I don't really have
mean, I
that or
would
do
say
that.
that only happens to me because I have two friends that live with me. I feel like that's why I technically see friends regularly, if that makes sense.
No, you go bowling. You do your bowling thing.
I don't do bowling anymore.
No?
Man. I don't have time for it.
Oh, you saw it, but you don't. What's on? Oh yeah, no, you do football Sundays now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Back to football Sundays. Like, don't get me wrong. I do miss the Red Rock League. It always pissed me off that they would run into like halfway through the first set of morning games. I used to hate that. Honestly, I did.
And you do your.
And then I did the
fantasy
Wednesday
stuff.
night. Yeah, I do fantasy. That was fun.
You do stuff with Dave.
Sometimes. I've only seen him so much lately because of Haley. So
Oh yeah,
it's just an added benefit. Yeah, it's just an added benefit that I get to see him a little more. So fucking love that guy.
I love him too.
I love that guy. He's a great guy.
We should have him on the pod sometime.
Dude, we really should.
Yeah.
He would definitely speak very well on this show.
Yeah, good for mental health.
Probably help us get better structure too, because he also did a theater and shit like that. So
Hey, I was with all the theater kids. I can start actually writing fucking real structure to this if you want. But I was kind of trying to avoid that originally because I just want to do this for fun, and that's when it starts to feel like a chore.
I know, but we also want to make it entertaining for anyone that actually gives us a shot to watch.
I feel like that'll be if it's
because it's mostly just friends and family right now anyway. So let's just give them a good show, as well as ourselves. Because dude, the last 2 episodes that we actually had structure, we had a lot of fun getting into those talks.
But we also didn't have a structure. Like we just had a couple of questions and rolled with it.
It worked.
Exactly.
It worked.
And we didn't have a structure.
Yeah, it was fun though. That's why I was like, dude, we definitely should come up with ideas and do some pre-planning. But anyway, back to the social aspect.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more social than I've ever been. Like, because I feel like COVID kind of, because I was always social. Like, I was always very social. I had no problem saying hi to strangers, introducing myself. But,
I was only like that.
But COVID really like made me super antisocial for a while.
COVID definitely
to the point where I didn't realize how much I isolated myself. It was bad, and I am now back to the social butterfly that I've always been.
Yeah, I haven't been like
and that feels great.
Years since high school. Once high school is over,
I think I'm just more confident than I've ever been.
That's probably I'm sure that's it.
I finally feel good about myself. Feel comfortable in my skin. I don't care what people think anymore, like at all.
See, I don't feel comfortable in my skin, but I also don't give a shit what anybody thinks. So it's like hard to describe.
I made it that way for myself. I worked to make it that way.
To what? Not give a shit?
To feel good in my skin and not give a shit.
Oh.
I worked towards that and achieved it without even realizing I had already achieved it. Like, it took the last couple therapy sessions for my therapist to go, dude, last 3 sessions have been great. And I was like, yeah, I just like coming here at this point. Like,
yeah. I feel like that for me would be a major
it's a great outlet,
stone and change that I need to try and make, because I used to be, positive, and I used to be able to go out and just listen to music and take a drive and just enjoy the beauty that even if human beings suck.
Dude, I was blasting music the whole way here. Just I had my freaking sunroof open, and the window down, and I was screaming songs like.
That used to be my shit, and I just don't do that anymore. It just doesn't. It doesn't fulfill me with anything. I mean, I still listen to music and shit, but yeah, I don't get that. I don't get any kind of gratification or satisfaction or anything from it like I used to. Like when I used to feel like super sad or depressed about shit, I could just drive out to the desert, listen to the
Blast.
stars, look at the stars, and listen to music, and just feel more.
Sounds like you need a nature retreat.
I've been camping.
Sounds like you need a Mount Charleston log cabin weekend.
Yeah.
Just
Or
get yourself
100 of
out of
them.
this shit, man. You know? Dude, how cool would it be if we filmed an episode of Mount Charleston?
That would be cool.
That would actually be really cool.
God, it'd be a shit ton of work. Have to haul up the computer and the
Yeah.
screen and all.
It would be a lot of work.
Take,
But
we could use their
it
table.
would be fun.
For sure.
It would be fun.
It would be fun.
Remember, this folds. So you
True.
can technically take it with us. Technically. But anyway.
I'm sure we could figure out a way to do it from our phones, maybe if we needed to.
But yeah. I've also been extra happy lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. You're finally not a lonely piece of
No, I feel like she's very accepting of me.
That's good.
And that makes me feel very good about myself.
I know. Usually people don't look like a steaming pile of dog shit and be like, I like that.
Yeah, she was just like, you know what? I dig it. I dig your pile of dog shit. And I was like, I'm in. Let's go.
Oh, do nutty.
Done. Nah, but and if you're watching, yes, you are very special.
So is there anything you want to, besides that, obviously, is there any closing remarks you want to say about our 4 pillars, our physical health, emotional health, cognitive health, and social health?
Honestly, guys, as you referred to them as pillars, make your own pillars. Find a structure and foundation that you're happy with in your own life. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one responsible for how you feel about things. And no one's going to make you feel better about yourself than you. And as soon as you understand the difference between that codependency and independence, it's a world of a difference. And
Where did codependency come in? What does it have to do with mental health?
no, I mean, like, if you're trying to find happiness from other people,
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
no one is going to make you feel better than yourself.
Well, so technically, they would have to decide what those pillars mean to them, because those
Exactly.
are the pillars.
It takes time. It takes a lot of time.
I'm saying they just can't make up their own new pillar.
Dude, it took me 2 years to get to this point. Like, that's what I mean. It takes time, it takes work, and it takes understanding you and discovering you. So take that time for yourself. If you have the opportunity, I fully recommend it.
Yeah, it's good. Step out of the constant stimuli. Let yourself get more grounded to where,
Set a structure and a standard for yourself that you expect.
where you can connect and feel more deeply with reality and aren't desensitized to things, because that's what takes the joys out of little things.
Reconnect yourself in a way that makes you happy. That's it. And
Yeah.
before you know it, you're just going to be happy for no reason and be like, why am I happy? I don't know. I just am.
Yeah, don't go doing crazy shit like happens here in the U.S. where people do crazy things at schools and none of there's so many better ways to go about stuff. If people are having issues with mental health, I know it's hard, but this is the best day and age that we've ever had for mental health. Before you'd just be crazy. You'd be like, oh, she's a witch, he's a witch, he's crazy, she's crazy. And then they'd lock you in a room or dunk you for 40 days or give you mercury therapy thinking they can get the demons out. You know what I mean? Like, it was there was no such thing as mental health.
It wasn't recognized.
Yeah.
For a very long time. And
So now that we're
honestly, I thought Vietnam should have been like the like when they came back, no one thought anything about trauma or mental health, nothing. They're just like, oh, he lost his mind. That's it.
dude, even way before that, World War I, I feel like we were still modern-ish human beings.
I know, but the Vietnam vets, the mental health issues that those guys dealt with, by far, probably some of the worst in American history.
Dude, I don't know, because World War II, Unit 713, hell no. All those freaking human experiments. I mean that they committed the worst atrocities in human history. Everyone's across the board. They're like war crimes, worst people. That was the Japanese Unit 713 for they were freaking frostbite testing people. They just put them out in freezing conditions and then freeze different parts of their bodies on purpose so they could see if they could fix it, heal it, or what the damage would look like, what the pain levels were. They're not giving them medicine. They would sew human beings together. They would take twins and see if one could feel the other's pain as it was being tortured.
Okay. I don't need to listen to this. So we're at closing remarks here.
Yeah, so I'm just
leave
saying,
off with a positive note.
I'm just saying,
not human torture.
World War II was
just a thought.
Brutal too. But yeah, Vietnam was also terrible because they had
But it was very. What I meant by that is it was very publicly known how bad the mental health was because a lot of those people were drafted.
Yeah.
Remember, that was to me the biggest difference, which is why I think that was worse than World War I and II.
Well, for me, the biggest difference is because that was the only war that Americans didn't support as a whole. Whenever those veterans came,
a lot of people didn't support it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then they treated them as if they volunteered when they didn't. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, because the American people didn't agree with the war. When our Vietnam veterans came back, they were treated like absolute garbage.
That's what caused all the friggin' peace riots and.
Yeah. Imagine going through all this horrific shit and thinking you're gonna go. At least I'll go home a hero.
That's why JFK got murdered because he was gonna end it.
I think JFK got murdered because he had plans to release documents about UFOs. He had said so.
No shit.
He had specific.
That probably was a part of it, but I think the biggest one was he was trying to end the war, but American corporations were greedy and they wanted supplies from Vietnam because they had the largest supply of rubber. So. And
see. Once again, it comes back down to
so stupid
largest
to think that shit started over rubber.
Did you ever hear about that? The World War I was kicked off by a sandwich.
And on that note,
but did you not know that? And it really was.
That's so horrible.
Well, so the tensions were obviously high already. There was 3 people that were sent to assassinate Archduke Ferdinand. The first 2 failed. The third guy failed. He's like, whatever, I'm gonna go get a sandwich because he failed. He wasn't able to get access to be able to kill him. He went and got a sandwich, and I think it was trafficker or something like that. And so Archduke Ferdinand ended up taking a different route, and he just so happened to be going by the sandwich shop. So because that assassin decided to go get a sandwich there, he ended up still getting his opportunity to kill Archduke Ferdinand, which kicked off World War I.
That's insane.
All because he had a hankering for a sandwich.
That's hilarious.
If he would have wanted pizza that day, WW1 wouldn't have happened. Most likely.
Okay.
But yeah, so a little fact for everybody.
Fun facts.
We appreciate everyone joining.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and just remember, if you're in a bad place, there's always a way to climb yourself out of it.
And we're also a podcast about mental health. So if you ever want to write us, email us, whatever, we're here for you.
Yeah, dude. If you want us to talk about anything in particular regarding mental health or maybe even your own issues, and we can bring it up on the show without, disclosing who you are and all that good stuff.
Any advice? Just somebody to talk to.
We'll do everything we can.
Thank you for joining into the shit show, and we will see you next week.
Enjoy, guys. Love you.